Hey guys, so I'm not trying to copy Mark Sulik. I wasn't Sam Sulik. My first language is Spanish, and I think my English is pretty good. But bear with me if I make some mistakes. And yeah, I'm not trying to copy Sam. It's just a thought that came to my mind because I think last year or 2 years ago, Andrew Tate was the most Googled man, and I think he did an interview with Tucker Carlson, and I think I know, and did over than 100 million views, I think. And I think he has a lot of things to say, things that, like depression and happiness and being able to provide and protect. I'm driving now a Toyota Camry 2020, so I'm a brokey for Andrew Tate. He's fun. I think at some point I was like a huge fan of Andrew Tate. And then I watched this Full Send podcast clip. I watched the whole podcast, but he was talking about his webcam business. And I'm gonna attach a link so that you guys can go take a look at what he has to say. And I think this podcast was recorded like 3 years ago. And I think that says a lot about his personality and what his goals are. And trust me when I say he does not care about you at all. He just wants to make money. And he said, I took life savings, house loans, and this and that. I took it all for me. And when he was using the keyboard and the girls were like pretending that they were writing some stuff or interacting with the other person, and he was taking advantage of weak men, right? The kind of men that he's trying to help now, which is very interesting. And then he was asked by Steiny, I forgot his name, do you feel bad about it? Or I think it was someone else from that podcast. And he said, fuck no. And he used the analogy of probably he thought about it, so he's very smart about having an alcohol store or something. But I don't think when he said that, like he took all life savings and stuff like that, I was like, oh man, it's kind of messed up, I had several experiences in my life where I could have crossed that line of morality. And I think kind of like Sam Sulik, and I'm not trying to attack your boy Sam because I know he has a huge fan base, but he's using steroids, right? So you cannot talk shit if you got to a point by cheating, especially if you took shortcuts and someone didn't. You cannot. You can enjoy that the shortcut you took you to where you wanted to. You can. No one should criticize you, I guess, if you're not talking shit, if you're not preaching. But they are preaching, and I think you guys should be very careful about Andrew Tate. And I'm speaking as someone that was a huge fan. I'm not a hater, but definitely I think he's a great salesman. I think he took steroids to get to where he's at. Steroids, right? By cheating, right? So a lot of people are gonna hear that story and they're gonna say like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing, whatever it takes to get to the top. If someone's life savings it's at stake and he's an idiot, then I'll take it, because Andrew Tate did it. And if Sam Sulek is taking steroids, he looks like a cool guy, he is a cool guy, then I'll do it. Because there's no way that you guys will achieve that physique without using steroids. So I think Andrew Tate, it's a very smart guy, but you took life savings. You stole from weak men that were paying, they thought they were paying, or they thought they were talking to women. And it's kind of funny because now you're trying to lift those men's spirits, and yeah, kind of messed up, huh? Makes you think about, okay, I think I was putting the wrong guy on a pedestal, and he was never challenged by anyone. Tucker Carlson, Patrick Bet-David, Candace Owens. I mean, that Full Send podcast clip should be something to really consider, because no one changes that fast, especially when you're a grown-ass man. He said that when he was like 3 years ago. I mean, he still thinks the same. He's only cautious now. He's more cautious about the things he says, but he hasn't changed, I'm pretty sure. Especially if you still, I mean, if I don't know about you guys, but if I'm have the chance to be successful and I'm gonna steal someone's money and ruin someone's life, like I mean, I understand competition is important, but I wouldn't do it. And I just don't think that's right. So that's all I wanted to say, guys. Be very careful about who you're following. Watch that podcast. I'm not saying that everything he says it's wrong, but like I said, if you took shortcuts to get to a certain point in life, then you should be quiet and not talk too much shit, because there's actually people that are not taking shortcuts. They have Toyotas and they're struggling, they're working really hard, and they are having these decisions to, how do you say this? They are saying no to things that would cross the line of when it comes to having values, which Andrew Tate, I don't think he has, to be honest. I mean, it's just 3 years ago, man. 3 or 4 years ago, even 5, 6, 7 years ago. As he said, once again, when he was asked, do you feel bad? He said, he didn't say like, well, if you have an alcohol store, no, he said, fuck no. Why would I feel bad? So, yeah, Andrew Tate, I think, has lost his, I don't know, his star power, so to say. I think people are realizing that he is not what he says he is. And yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Probably I'll be talking more about other stuff. I mean, I think this year is a important year for the US and the world. More than 44 billion people are going to vote, not just the US, but other countries like India and I forgot other countries, but I know that it's going to be a very important year. So probably I'll share some stuff with you guys. And yeah, that's all.